It's not possible, right? So if your identity now, then you understand that you are made in the image and the likeness of God. Then you understand that everything, the attributes of God is what is inside of you, meaning abundance as well. Abundance and everything that God is, then you all those attributes are there. And a lot of people are afraid to think like that because they're gonna think, am I blaspheming to think that I'm made in the image of God? And I find it so ridiculous because when you give birth to a child, how is your child not going to believe that they're part of you, or they have certain things, the likeness of you? It doesn't make sense. But because we have been brainwashed to believe that we are less than what we are, then we live our lives in powerlessness. Right? We can't live our lives powerfully if we don't believe that we are powerful beings. And that power translates to our thoughts, it translates to our emotions, it translates in everything that we do. Because your belief also comes from your emotions, right? You cannot believe without your thoughts, processing everything through your thoughts, you can't believe like that. Our belief is tied to our emotions, right? So if you believe you are less, then every emotion that you're going to have is going to be less. It's going to be the emotions of fear. There's not going to be faith there. It's going to be fake faith. If you're going to call faith, then it's going to be fake faith, right? And I was intrigued by our CEO because, what attracts me to him, I said it from a long time ago, is like his mind and his words and his thoughts, the way he thinks. You know that whatever that he's spewing out is something that he is. It's something that he is. When he talks about that, you know what, I'm not giving up, it's because he is not giving up. It's not just an idea. It's what he's made of. He's made of, I'm going. That's why he can say easily it's do or die, because he believes that about himself, that I'm not giving up. It's not even an option. So his emotions, his thoughts, everything about him, his belief is that I'm made of the substance that is not, there's no room for giving up for me because I believe, from the beginning. I remember there was one time when he said, dream big. He was always talking, no, he says a lot of words, and he was talking about dreaming big. He was talking about, so many things. The words that he uses, it shows you the thought processes that he has, what he meditates on, and what he believes about himself, because that's what's going to go out, right? What goes in comes out. So what you made of is what's going to come out in everything, in your speech, in your thoughts, in everything that you do, and in how you believe, right? So we've been talking about not giving up. We've been talking about a perseverance. You cannot persevere. You see, if the idea or your emotions or everything about you is not made out of perseverance, of that thing to say, listen, what I call forth is what's going to be, then you're going to give up, because you're not going to believe that whatever that your thoughts, your emotions, and everything, it is not going to produce that tenacity in you, because you're not meditating on that. You're not building yourself with that, with the substance that molds you into that person that says, I'm not giving up. All right. That's where faith comes from. When I'm going to speak about what I believe, when Christ said that we call those things that we don't see as though they were. We call those things that we don't see. We don't see them in our physical eyes, but in our spiritual eyes, we see them. So when I call prosperity, my life might not look like prosperity, but because I believe that I'm made from prosperity, I'm not believing for prosperity. I'm believing that I am that prosperity that I'm looking for. So it's not going to be a challenge for me to believe that I'm prosperous. It's not going to be a challenge. Nobody has to convince me that I'm prosperous. Nobody's going to convince me that when I speak life, because these are the substances that I'm building my life with. I'm building my life with the substance to say, listen, I produce life everywhere I go, because I am life itself. If Christ lives in me, then I am life itself. Christ is life and is light. So how am I going to produce death? How is everything around me going to be dead? How is that even possible? How is that even possible? If I say life, then life has to appear. So I'm going to go back to the likeness of God. Our words, our thoughts, and our actions are very important, right? So we're going to go back to our words. When we look to the attributes of our Creator, he said, let us make men. Everything that he called, that was in creation, he called forth, right? It was first in the mind of God. Then it came through the words and it was created, right? So it's the same thing with us. We cannot think garbage and think that when we speak, we're going to speak something that is good, or speak faith. The whole time you're thinking, ONPASSIVE, you're thinking about everything else that is contrary to prosperity, and think that after that, something that looks like prosperity is going to come out of what you were thinking. No, Our thoughts are very important. I said it the last time. So I'm talking about this because we're talking about our faith and belief. It's tied into our identity, understanding whom we are, then we can believe right. Then our faith will be inclined and it will be in the same, how do I say, it will align with whom we are. Our faith is aligned with whom we are. I cannot believe for something that I'm not. I cannot. I cannot believe for something that I'm not, guys. It's not possible. It's like trying to make a lion birth a bear. You understand? It's not possible. So that belief system, that faith, if we're gonna believe in ONPASSIVE, that belief, everything that has whatever we believe, then that's what's gonna be produced for ONPASSIVE. So if everybody here, of all of us here, understands that our identity, to understand that what we think, what we speak, we create, then we better create right. Even with ONPASSIVE, even with our lives. We better choose better creations, guys. We better believe right. Our CEO is already aligned with that. He's speaking life all the time. He's not speaking defeat. There's never a moment, no matter how bad it looks, even if there are glitches, whatever is happening, I've never seen Mr. Ash Mufareh come on here and say, guys, we are defeated, we are folding, oh, gloom and doom. Never, ever. It's never a time. Even if things are falling apart and things are never. When it comes, it's like, guys, we are on the right track. We are on the right track. It is working. That's what he says. He will say it's do or die, guys. There's no room for failure because his spirit, everything about him, his thoughts, his actions, his words are for prosperity. And the last time when he was speaking, he said, when we started, right, he thought that it's going to be just a handful of people that are going to come on. And I was laughing when he was saying that. I was like, how is going to be a handful of people? According to what you're saying, I'm believing for astronomical numbers already to come in. That's why we're at 1 point something million, right? Because he didn't believe for him, just his whole being, Jay himself. He's not for smallness. He's always about greatness. He's about greatness. So everything that he believes is greatness. And that's what he said. He says, guys, we're not going to start where everybody started. The product of that was Burj Khalifa. We started seeing that because he believed that we don't have to start where everybody else starts and struggle. That's why we were called a unicorn company from the beginning already. Because we're not starting in the garage, guys. We're not starting somewhere at the garage in a shack. No, we're starting already flying like an eagle. We are already up there. So whoever wants to catch up with us will just have to come and align with us. He said, we're looking for the best of the best. Why? Because our identity, if our identity is in God, we will understand that God is the best of the best. He's the creator. So how are we going to believe less? How are we going to believe that now we have to crawl and be struggle, So all those things are just conditioning, guys. If we're conditioned to believe that we have to start from rags in order for us to live in prosperity, then that's your conditioning. And that's exactly what's going to happen for you because that's how you believe. All right. If you believe that about yourself, that's exactly what you're going to create for yourself. If you believe struggle, then struggle is going to be what you create. I'm sorry. That's what it is. That's what it is. As much as we don't want to believe it, but there are laws that govern the universe. And if we believe right, then we can produce right things for ourselves and for our lives. So that aligns with our faith and our belief systems. What do we believe about ourselves and what we believe? Whom do we believe we are? Whose are we? Whose are we? Right? Dr. Benny always talks about, my Papa God. I'm saying, then if our God is our Papa, then we better align with whom He is. Whom He is prosperity, is power, right? He hasn't given us a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. So everything that is God is life. And so all of us here coming together, now working on our belief and our faith, we have to now anchor ourselves on our identity. If we believe that we're people of power, if we believe that we're people that bring life, if we believe that we are prosperous, then all that has to align with our thoughts about our company, about our families, about everything that pertains to us has to rhyme with that. It has to be in correlation with that. It has to be in alignment. We have to align ourselves with that. So meaning that our words, our thoughts, our actions have to align with that. Then all those things then will start manifesting in that way for us. The same thing as on passive. If we believe that on passive is prosperous, if we believe that it's life, we are going to help humanity, we're already helping with our energy. Being here means that we are very determined. We're very intentional because we could have used this time for something else. But because we're here, we're intentional about our time, because I believe time is very, for me, I value time. How I spend my time is very, very important. So if I'm here, I'm believing prosperity. I cannot sit here and believe for failure, whatever. Why? Spend so many hours sitting here thinking about failure. Why would I invest my mind like that? Why would I invest my words in failure? Why? So because I believe in this dream, I believe in this vision, I believe in ONPASSIVE, I believe that we're prospering. I believe that, I don't care, come rain or shine, we are prospering. We are prosperous. We are already prosperous. So, and how I see ONPASSIVE all over the world. When I envision ONPASSIVE, I see prosperity. I see the name alone taking over everything. He revealed to us that ONPASSIVE is more than just digital products. There are other things that he has in his mind for ONPASSIVE, and those things, of course, he didn't share with us for obvious reasons. He didn't share with us. So for me, when I envision, and in my thoughts, when I think of ONPASSIVE, I just think of this great force that's going to turn things around in the world. We're talking about ethics, we're talking about everything, doing business right, all these things, all these products. I'm just thinking, just this light in the world, and just this transformation, this big transformation that's going to come to the world through us, through ONPASSIVE. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of life. I don't care what is happening right now. It might look whatever. I don't care. I don't care what the media says, what Facebook says. People can have their opinions. Me, I'm already prosperous through ONPASSIVE. And because I think like that, I know it manifests in my life, and it's going to be evident in all of us lives. So if all of us powerful beings that are here, we can align with that vision. We don't need to be convinced. We don't need to, we don't have to talk about our faith and our belief, because then when we understand our identity and why we're here, we will know how to invest our emotions when it comes to our business as well. We will know how to invest our thoughts as it comes to our business as well. And we will know how to invest our words as it pertains to ONPASSIVE. When we speak about ONPASSIVE, we'll be speaking of prosperity. We'll be speaking of power, this powerful tool that is going to help us reach the unreachable, that's going to help us to lift up humanity, that's going to help us to be, that voice, that answer to people who need it. People who don't have water, people need a lot of things in this world. And we know it's available because our God is abundant. God is abundant. There's abundance. There's so much happening. There's so much in this world that is being suppressed, of course, for obvious reasons. I don't want to get into that. But there's no reason why should anybody live in lack. There's no reason why there shouldn't be water for people. There's no reason, absolutely no reason. So when I think of ONPASSIVE, I'm like, this is a tool. When we think right and we come together here as the powerful beings that we are, and our thoughts are aligned with this vision, our words are aligned, and our actions are aligned, then, we're going to transform the world, guys. We are going to transform the world. We are like candles lighting up each other, setting up that fire to say, guys, we are burning, our hearts are burning for humanity and to set things in right. We're bringing light. So we are lighting each other up here. When we meet, we're like, guys, we're lighting each other up. As Sister Yvonne spoke about apples, I'm thinking beyond apples. I'm thinking about my mission. And I'm thinking about how to fulfill destiny through ONPASSIVE. I'm thinking about fulfilling my destiny. I'm like, yes, apples are there because we all need money to function, right? We need money. But for me, ONPASSIVE is beyond money. It's for me to accomplish my purpose as well. So there's much, much, much more that we can reach, and we need to align. Nobody has to convince you to have faith or to believe. You have to work that into yourself to know that everything about you will align. You see how you believe, what you believe about yourself, and how you believe it's either going to align with this vision or it's going to disalign. You'll be one of those people that every Sunday we have to come here and convince you that we're prosperous. It'll be one of those every other day we have to convince you to hold on and to not give up. But I know I'm talking to people who have already decided to align with prosperity, in whom there truly are abundance that we are. So in case somebody didn't tell you that they love you today, I love you. I love you, love you, love you, love you. So thank you so much for this opportunity to just talk and share my thoughts. Love you. Thank you.
Oh my. Thank you, sis. I told you guys. I told you that, we have to get our minds ready. And you got it, right? Oh, wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much, Queen Lerato. I really appreciate you. And we love you more.
I appreciate you too, sis. Thank you.
So you heard it. You can't live your life powerfully if you don't think you are powerful. Yeah. So you have to keep that in mind. When things start unraveling as we want them to, if you do not have that mindset, trusting yourself that you are powerful, you're not going to live powerfully. Okay? So that just means thinking big. On perseverance, think big. Our CEO told us that a long time ago. Dream big, think big. Everything, look, let's take away that mentality of poverty, brokenness, lack of money, and just think big. Consider myself a millionaire. I know about you. I'm prosperous. I'm uplifting humanity already, one person at a time. I know I'm going to do more. So that's how you have to think. Don't feel like you need someone to uplift you. Well, yeah, sometimes we do, but you have to have it in you that you are there to uplift. You are resourceful. You are help. You are, something for someone, a shoulder for someone to lean on. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Mm. If you think that you have heard it, wait until you get this one. So if you forgot your notebook for Queen Lerato, that's okay because we're recording this. You can go back and listen to this recording, meditate, take it in, marinate it, and leave it. In addition to the much more that we're going to hear very soon from our guest speaker today. He is someone that we don't really need to introduce because we all know him. We all know him, we know his value. I always look forward to listening to him because he has a lot to say. So I'm going to let you be the judge. So I'm going to call on our very own brother Jeffrey. He's here. He has a lot for us. He's ready for us. He is always ready when he comes. And well, if you forgot your notebook, please, you can run for it now because you need to be writing. Sometimes, you remember these things when you write them down and then go back. But we also have the recording. So at this time, we'll welcome our guest speaker, Brother Jeffrey. Over to you, sir. We're ready. I have my book. How about you guys? And my pen.
Thank you so very, very much. Oh,
Well,
Lerato, what can I tell you, girl? Oh man, you light me up every time you get on the screen. I
Yes.
just, I think you got that effect from a lot of people. I appreciate that so very, very much. It's been incredible to watch your own transformation over the last couple of years, and anybody looking can see it. So good on you, girl. I really enjoy you. I want to thank you for this platform and just in helping us. I will say, no need for your notebooks. You don't need to take notes. I have actually got a very good set of notes, and anybody can have them if you want them. That way, you can, for whatever, you can dissect them if you want. So, I think that it's very interesting. Today's topic. I want to thank you first before I even get into it. Everybody here, Deb McCormick, obviously, Lerato, the folks that are handling this webinar, the people working behind the scenes. What an incredible thing that you're doing, and it's greatly appreciated by a lot of us. You are, in my opinion, a mainstay platform, and you put out a lot of good information and training and that sort of thing. So thank you so much, and thank you for having me here. Now, today we're talking about special moments. You know, Dr. Benny, I got to put a plug in for you because I immediately thought of every time you start something, you say, I want to take this special moment to thank God for bringing these people together and for bringing this too far. And it's a special moment, special moment, special moment. So you were in my head pretty much as I was going through this. And Lerato, I love how you spoke about identity, uh, about how our actions need to align with our beliefs because our beliefs create that identity. And oftentimes, when we doubt ourselves in that sense, if we'll go back and recount, if you will, our successes or our blessings, then that can lift our spirits. It can give us the greater expectation for the future. It reminds me of when we had the story of David and Goliath, and David, this small man next to Goliath, it was like, you know what, I'm going to go out there, and told his king he's going to go out there, and his king called him crazy, and he said no. He said, you know what? When I was out in the field with my sheep, and the lion came out, I smoked that lion. When the bear came after my sheep, I smoked that bear. And this Philistine isn't going to be any different. So if we recount, you know, our successes of the past, it'll bolster us up and let us know, kind of get us back on track. Now, having said all that, I hope that today's webinar is going to be able to do that for people here and maybe even in the future, because looking at our special moments in our lives can also bring us back in line with our passion and put us back on course. So I hope today's webinar will serve that purpose for a great many. And this morning, as I talk, I will be using the term special moments, but that's intended to be synonymous, I suppose, with terms like milestones, and other, you know, like maybe markers on our journeys, because we have had a whole lot of those. And if we look back, man, it's just fraught with so many special moments, successes, right? In fact, we've forged a chain of special moments over the last 5 years as ONPASSIVE has emerged, if you will, not only as a significant indicator of changes that are affecting humanity, but in line with those changes as reflected in global economics. And we have a place in on the global economic stage. So, I mean, in short, what I'm saying is it's a world's changing, and ONPASSIVE is a catalyst for and a response to those changes. Changes in economics, models, certainly, but also changes in the way that humanity has started to think, which has given rise to what we call and have come to known as conscious business. And as ONPASSIVE has strengthened our own resolve to move along that path, if you will, of emergence onto the world economy, we've experienced a great many things that have turned into and become for us special moments. Obviously, the creation of our company was probably among one of the grandest special moments that we will ever have. The company's first team was created back in 2018. It was based out of Kolkata in West Bengal, India. Very special. That team developed the Go Founders platform even before the company had a name. I mean, how special is that, right? I mean, we were going forward and didn't even have a name. So, yeah, life was getting good for us. And that team, uh, crossing into 2019, we had reached a member base that had gone into active member account numbers. We started measuring them in 5 digits. I mean, right out of the gate, before we're 3, 4, 5 months old, we are already over 10,000. That was special when we hit that, because Mr. Mufareh never expected that. He expected not probably more than 5,000, and we doubled that by the January of 2019. And that momentum created the need, and it fueled a powerful desire, if you will, to rethink things. Mr. Mufareh was like, he's kind of stroking a bit to catch up with what's going on. And that's when the company decided it was going to create a suite of products from the ground up, which was that's going from a marketing platform to a marketing platform with its own product suite that was special. That was a very special moment for us. Of course, now going from the product suite to the smart business solution, that represented a world first total internet solution on our platform. And then we were later, rebranding that in a way as a software as a service platform that we called the ONPASSIVE ecosystem. Very, very special for us. Very special for ONPASSIVE and its members. Incidentally, that's about the same time that we adopted the mantra "Do it or die." Mr. Mufareh came up with it, and we also took on the name ONPASSIVE. Again, very special indeed. Now, in the second quarter of 2019, Mr. Mufareh decided we needed to create our own AI for use in systems efficiencies and in our automation. This was a big shift in the company because it marked our movement, right, away from the marketing identity to a technology-based identity, and we became that AI IT company that we all know and love today. And that was an incredibly special moment for us when we made that transition, because that put us in a whole new sector, in a whole new world of technology and involvement with the global economy. Moving further into 2019, by the third quarter, our momentum and the shift that we had in vision, Mr. Mufareh's vision changed, from that put us in the information technology with our networking. It caused us to outgrow that office in Calcutta. So we actually moved from Calcutta to Bangalore. I mean, we grew up, bigger building, more employees, another special moment. Halfway through 2020, Ash shared with us where he had come up with and written a 10-point ONPASSIVE business plan, indicating the goal of that plan was to restore prosperity and abundance to humanity and bring balance to the planet. Again, that 10-point business plan was put out there. Now we had a structure or a template on which to put the business, another special moment. By the end of the second quarter 2020, we hit another huge milestone, special moment, if you will, as far as the membership went, where we went from 5 digits to 6 digits. So we crossed over 100,000 members, another special moment. We came up on what I would call probably the end of 2020, and we outgrew the IT office in Bangalore, excuse me. So Ash moved the IT hub, what was then considered an IT hub, from Bangalore to Hyderabad. It was a sector in India. It was called High Tech City. It was a industry tech hub for software, telecommunications, among other things. Another very special moment for us. We were growing up, and it serves as a marker so that we can see what kind of growth that is. Now, 2021, man, we experienced a whole lot of growing pains, as growth and momentum stretched us way out of proportion in several different directions. That was a year of challenges, to say the least. It took us into 2022. 2022 brought us into a brand new phase. It was incredible. We started that year at the end of the first quarter. Actually, it was in March of that year. ONPASSIVE hosted a bunch of members in Boston, right, to celebrate, in his words, a new top. And during that weekend, we witnessed the unveiling of a whole series of special moments. These things were incredible. We revealed or released OStaff, which is the ONPASSIVE HR management solution. He released the OBless, and gave us a glimpse of the humanitarian work that was at that time being done in India. And who could forget, oh my goodness, the branding that was carried out by the laser light show on the landmark Burj Khalifa in Dubai. That was breathtaking. Oh man, and that branding event showcased what I would call the marketing magic behind the meaning of the top, because not only did we have that light show, but ONPASSIVE had purchased 134th and the 151st floors in that building. That building, which is like a half mile high, it's the tallest building in the world. And the 151st floor in that building has the highest office space in that building. So that's significant because that means OnPassive now had the highest office in the world. Incredible moments, incredible significance there. And that event celebrated in Boston that day. It actually marked a start of a new era for OnPassive, and it was filled with a whole lot of very special moments. Now, 2022 was really a cool year for us because um, in much the same as it was in 2019, right? Which 2019 was a transformational year in an inward sense for OnPassive as we became an IT, AI IT company. 2022 was a phenomenally transformational year for us in an outward sense as OnPassive made its global debut, if you will, as a tech startup with some pretty serious clout and a whole lot of ambition. And the branding done at the Burj Khalifa, that was done for a full year with regular shows on that building. And we've also had light shows projected onto the Eye of Dubai, right? The world's largest Ferris wheel, another very special moment. We also secured the naming rights to Station 29 on the red line of the Dubai Metro. That's it's now called OnPassive Dubai Metro Station. We call it OnPassive Station for short. Another incredibly special moment. So we've got a lot of them, right? There's a lot of other special moments that showcase our marketing prowess, if you will, in 2022 and 2023 that led to us having offices on multiple continents, having our own data center, having an innovation labs that are staffed with PhD level engineers and developers and such, techs, inventors, all those people, and even some physical products that were being produced in factories awaiting scheduled rollouts. And every one of these marks for us very special moments and very special markers in time that show our development and how we grow and what we're becoming in our complete metamorphosis into a very high-tech digital company. Right now, we've not heard a lot about these sorts of things here lately for obvious reasons. Well, I am absolutely convinced. I'm sure they're still viable, and they're all just waiting for us to get back on track so they can bring those back online and get those going. Now, we also had a lot of collaboration agreements that were made. I mean, there were the Emirates Business Women's Council, Best Moments UAE, the Royal Atlantis in Dubai, Top Deer Awards, Supercar Majlis, and there were a bunch more of them. In June of 2022, we saw the door to OnPassive founder base close. Boom. We shut the door to becoming an OnPassive founder. And everything then from then on out, you're a member and it came in from the public. So that was an incredibly much anticipated special moment for a lot of us. In November of that same year, 2022, we also signed with the FIFA World Cup. Remember that to sponsor the UEFA Champions League and the La Liga. And it was all streaming live in Qatar. I mean, that was huge. That was a huge special moment for us. And I believe that it was the same month that we launched OMail, ONet, and OTrim. Again, those are highly anticipated, very, very special moments for us within OnPassive. September of last year, who can forget? We launched OConnect, along with the associated app for OConnect on Google Play. That was also released in September last year. Very highly anticipated, very special. I mean, that's just showing all the progression that we've had and all of the growth and the momentum that we've been carrying through all of this. And last year, one of the things that kind of helped close out last year, we had the distinction of unveiling our revolutionary solutions, our AI-driven products, right? For 5 full days at the world's largest tech show, GITEX, right? Held right there in Dubai. So, man alive, I mean, we have had some seriously cool, very seriously special moments here. And to be sure, 2024 has been school hard knocks for us. I mean, we've been put through the ringer, and you're absolutely right. Lerato, Mr. Mufareh has been put he's been put through it. I mean, he absolutely has. Um, but you know what? He's got it all figured out for the most part. I mean, we don't have a crystal ball, right? And we are getting back on track, and we're anticipating a lot more special moments. And today, for instance, we're expecting that the tech team is going to complete at least one of the access platforms that Mr. Mufareh talked about. Remember last week he talked about having one for monitoring the departments in real time and their progress, and also marketing ONPASSIVE. And I think that was 2 different access points, but I'm not sure. But at least one of them was supposed to be, or he was anticipating it to be a go today. Of course, other special moments that we're looking forward to are going to be, the bringing of the OES back online. That'll be huge for us. Connecting with payment processors. That'll be huge for us. Rolling out our products. That'll be huge for us, right? And even hearing about the rollout that Mr. Mufareh calls phase 2 is going to be very good for us. So we're moving forward. And personally, I believe our time has come. And I think we have a lot of good to do in the world through the model that we represent with ONPASSIVE. And I say that because about the turn of the century, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, back in the day, humanity's thinking really started to give way to better business practices. We're kind of evolving in our thinking, in our consciousness, our conscience, if you will. And some of the milestones leading to the rise of ONPASSIVE included things like in 1995, there was a Nobel Prize winner. His name was Muhammad Yunus, and he was the founder of the Grameen Bank. He called his bank Socially Conscious Capitalist Enterprise. Now, how's that for a title? But that was a first. That was a whole consciousness thing breaking forth into finances and economics in the world, and that was printed in the Atlantic article. In 2007, there was a guy named John Mackey. He founded what was then called the Conscious Capitalism Alliance. And it was to promote the idea that businesses need to have a purpose beyond profit and focus on aligning stakeholders, okay, everybody involved in the company. In 2010, a young lady by the name of Patricia Aberdeen, she published Megatrends 2010, The Rise of Conscious Capitalism. And in 2013, a Harvard Business Review article found that companies that practice conscious capitalism perform 10 times better than other companies like them, than their peers. So, boom, the stage was set, and guess what? In comes ONPASSIVE. Man, that was an incredibly special moment. So there's a clear shift in economics toward a conscious business model, and it's closely tied to the rise in human consciousness or conscience, i.e., following our conscience to do what we know is right, okay? And this shift is characterized by businesses prioritizing ethical practices, sustainability, and social responsibility right alongside our own profitability. And as far as I'm concerned, ONPASSIVE is king of that. And as I go through some of the aspects of conscious business, see if you can listen, because you're going to hear ONPASSIVE woven into every bit of this, right? Because the conscious business model, it gives us a higher purpose. Businesses operate with a mission that goes beyond profit, that aim to positively impact society and the environment. They have what's called in there stakeholder orientation, where companies consider the interests of everybody in the company, all of them, employees, customers, suppliers, and even the community. They have what we call conscious leadership, where leadership is aware of their impact on others, and they lead with empathy, integrity, and long-term vision. They develop what's called conscious culture, which is meaning that they foster a culture that promotes trust, transparency, and collaboration. Um, that's, I mean, that's pretty cool because it goes all in line with what I've called the rise in human consciousness, because it brings us into a increased awareness where people are becoming more aware of global issues, like social inequality and the climate change and ethical consumption and stuff like that. We're trying more for a personal fulfillment in the individuals are seeking work or will want to go to work for companies that align with their values and provides them with a sense of purpose and fulfillment. There's also collaboration in community, and we've heard all these before. ONPASSIVE's always been part like this, and that's just saying that there's a growing emphasis on collaboration, on community building, on supporting each other's well-being. Right? I mean, this is huge because this all has an impact on economics. Sustainable practices, same thing. We're adopting sustainable practices to reduce environmental footprints and increase sustainability. Mr. Mufareh has talked about that with some of the energy things he's got coming out, the products he's got coming out. Ethical consumption, where consumers are increasingly choosing products and services that align with their values and are good for the planet. I mean, there's just so much going on that we're a part of and you can see in us. And the conscious business model is actually transforming the economic landscape as we evolve in our thinking, as our consciousness evolves and raises up, gets a little closer every year to that unconditional love, or that frequency, if you will. And there's some key drivers of this in that there's growing awareness of social and environmental issues. There's a shift from profit maximization to purpose-driven business. It's not just about making money. There's an increased demand worldwide for transparency, accountability, sustainability. And these things are all seen in each area of conscious business, because in conscious business, they have what's called the triple bottom line approach, which is people, planet, then profit. They care about the employees and the customers and everybody. There's social responsibility, being integrated into the operations, things like that. ONPASSIVE has done and started all of this. I mean, Mr. Mufareh put this stuff in place before it was popular, and we haven't moved it any, right? The economic implications are huge. There's going to be a shift from scarcity to an abundance mindset. How awesome and how special moment is that, right? There's a way of that we're redefining success. It goes beyond profit, like or GDP and that sort of that's not the marker. The success is, are we good for people? Are we good for the economy? Are we good for the planet? That's going to be the marker. That's what we're looking for, because there's things that may come into play, like the emergence of new economic indicators and such, much like there was when we started going green. But the bottom line is, with ONPASSIVE and the world at large, what the future holds for us, we're looking at post-scarcity economics and resource-based economics. I mean, how awesome is that? Post-scarcity economics. Think about that. That means scarcity is in the back. Lerato talked about this. She talked about abundance and sharing. We're going to enter an age where abundance is no longer held by the few, but it's being distributed, because we don't have an abundance problem. We have a distribution problem, and we're going to get it distributed, right? There's an increase on focus on well-being and happiness and global cooperation and collective prosperity. And that's what our future is going to be all about. And I think you'd probably agree. ONPASSIVE has had some incredibly special moments. And the shift that is ONPASSIVE reflects humanity's growing awareness to our own interconnectedness and responsibility to create a better world. We're on that path, and each of us have a part in that and of that in ONPASSIVE. And in this, we can expect a whole lot more big moments. So I'll leave it go there, and thank you so much. I appreciate being here. Bless each of you.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you very much, Brother Jeffrey. That was an excellent walk down memory lane. There are some people who joined a little later. They didn't know all of this. Well, I came midway, or maybe, I don't know, 2/3 of this. And I couldn't remember them. Now you just reminded me, and I could, visualize those moments, some of them that we had meetings with our CEO, and these things will be happening. Oh my God. The Boston.
There were so many, and I'm sure I've missed some, so we can always add to it.
We can't believe it's been that long and how much we have grown, Wow. Wow. I don't know what I can say. B, anything to add to this? That was awesome.
It was, yes.
Yeah. Some of the things I was doing in my head, like, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, when Sister Debbie's and the team suggested this topic for Brother Jeffrey, I just said that that's the right person.
You're the right person, yeah.
That's the right person to take us down memory lane.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Dr. Patience, she sent me that topic and I was like, where do I go with this? I even went back to her and I said, Deb, what do I do with this topic? She said, whatever you want to. And I'm like, all right, who came up with the topic? Maybe I can get some direction from them. She said, I did. I said,
Oh, you did that. No.
She did. She did. The team said, yep.
Yep.
That's the right topic.
That's the right person.
The right person. Like the whole team was like, yeah.
Right topic.
Yes. You've done this on your channel a couple of times, and I'm like, it's about time for you to put it all together. So when she came up, she said, what about this? We all said, great, because it's about time for us to really refresh our memory. Because because it's a quiet season right now, and people don't understand how we have grown. They're only seeing that we're offline. They're not seeing what have happened. And as our CEO said, we'll not be coming back fresh. We're coming back with all this knowledge. We're coming back with all these things that I've done. And I'm like, Brother Jeffrey is just the right person for this topic, and you did justice to it. Thank you.
Yeah, we have grown as a company and individually, in our different ways, just addressing the public like we're doing right now. Some years when we first started here, we couldn't. A lot of things that we have learned. And as the company is growing, as a company, we as individuals, we are growing and getting ready. Whatever, I don't know, I would say that we have a delayance. If there's a delayance in anything, it is just to better equip us. Because by the time we go boom and get to what everybody is waiting for, everybody will be ready. Except those that have decided not to participate, not to be involved. They're not going to be ready because they're missing on all of these things. But we have grown a lot individually and as a company. And boy, Brother Jeffrey, you did a good job. Some of those things just reminded me, and I'm sitting there remembering when I used to join the webinars and I would just, listen and see these things going. Dr. Decky does, but this was really like everything put together. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And if I may, I just put in the chat my email address because I thought this would be some good information to really put out over everywhere. So if anybody wants that information, just email me and say, hey, give me that information. And I'll send you a 2-page document with all the notes so that you can create your own video. I will also create a video of all this information and put that up so that if anybody just wants to take that video and post it on their site, they could do that too. And secondarily, if I could put a plug in, I've also got a video I'm waiting for. that ties economics, magnetics, consciousness, and ONPASSIVE all together in a grand kind of a picture. And that video is going to be released this afternoon. So thank you.
Thank you, Brother Jeffrey. We'll be grabbing and putting on our channels, and I will shoot you a WhatsApp just to get my message like fresh, and I will take that document and I will share as well. Thank you.
Thank you. That was a job well done. All right, so we're gonna give Brother Jeffrey a water break, and I know there are a lot of people who want to say something to appreciate him, or even ask questions or clarifications, whatever that they have. I'm sure there are a lot of people here who have something to say, some kind of input. But let's let Brother Jeffrey get a water break, and we will call on the updates team to give us the updates, and then we'll come back to Brother Jeffrey. I hope you have time with us today, so we don't keep you for too long. Update team. So Derek, I know you're born ready. You and your team, what do you have today? Yep, we can hear you clearly.
Yeah, it's not coming up. It's not coming through to YouTube, Dr. Derek. Not yet.
Oh, connect, it's coming back. Coming back.
Right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. All right. Are we? You still hear me? Hello. You still hear me on Zoom?
I hear you, but now Sister P, is it coming through? Dr. Derek is asking on YouTube.
It's all trembling. My goodness.
Yeah, on the Zoom, there you're on YouTube.
You hear me all right on Zoom?
Whom is okay? We can hear you.
Everything much now. Everything dead bad. Queen Yvonne. Everything
His
dead
voice,
bad.
your sound is very muffled on YouTube.
Everything went bad now. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. You hear me now?
Voice, your sound is very muffled on YouTube. His voice, your sound is very muffled on YouTube.
All right. Hopefully you hear me okay on Zoom now. I think I'm all right on YouTube. Kinda. You hear me on okay here now?
You're muffling on Zoom now.
Muffling on Zoom.
Yes.
Oh Lord, help us. Help us, help us, help us. Muffling on Zoom. All right.
You're muffling on Zoom now. Yes. You're muffling on Zoom now.
Okay. All right. All right. Bear with me on Zoom because bear with me on Zoom because it's best to have the recording good instead of Zoom. Because Zoom not working with me at all. Zoom is not working with me today. All right, hearing me better on Zoom now. Hello. Hello. All right, let us go with that because it's sounding better on YouTube, and we need it on YouTube to sound better. So, all right. Okay. Yeah, man. All right. Thank you very much, Alan. Okay, peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all our kings and queens in the house. Let me mute that. Okay. Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty love to all our kings and queens in the house and also on our varied social media. Really appreciate, really appreciate, really appreciate. Thank you very much to our host, Queen Dr. Patience. Thank you very much, of course. And of course, our lovely, astute moderator, which is Queen Irene and Queen Yvonne. And of course, our welcome, Queen Marie Pendy. Thank you all very much. Really appreciate. And thank you very much to each and every one that is here. First Lady, I'm not senior, but I'm sure you are here, First Lady Queen Dr. Benny. And of course, I want to thank Queen Lerato Shadare for that wonderful mindset, awesome mindset, very important, very, very important. And when we listen to our CEO, our dear beloved Ash Mufareh, we recognize that mindset is actually more important than anything else, the mindset. And I just want to also go ahead and thank King Dr. King Jeffrey for the presentation that he did today. Oh my goodness. I was wondering myself also, King Jeffrey, how will you really address this topic? Because I tell you, this topic was one of those, in cricket we call it googly. It was not a bouncer, it was not a spinner, it is what we call a googly, all right, in cricket. Lovely cricket for those who love cricket. Thank you all very much. Really appreciate. And I'll just ask for Queen Kanda Rahel to give us a piece of our mind. Amen. Amen. Go up in the resound. Go up in the resound.
Today, our dream team updates. Oh my goodness. Stay tuned. Wait for it. Are you ready? Because we are ready. And there is a lot
that we would love to share with you. I am Kanla Rahel, all year from the state of Delaware, the first state. Over to you, Dr. D.
Oh, mercy. Wonderful. 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 All right. So, hopefully we corrected your phone call on YouTube. I get to understand from Queen Dr. Patience that it was kind of sounding a little rusty. All right, so I hope that is corrected. And if not, have mercy. We're going to have to splice and dice and all of those things. But next time, if we still don't have OConnect next week, then we might just have to call in some heavy hitters, like Queen Miriam or, Queen Yvonne or, and so on, in order to just do the updates and so on. And Queen Marie Pendy and, just call in those heavy hitters because, right now, me light. I am very light. You understand? And muffly and all of those things because Zoom not working with me. It sounds like a better now, Queen Dr. Patient. I hope so. All right, anyway. Let us move into our updates. And this update, of course, is for last week, Wednesday, when our dearly beloved CEO, Ash Mufareh, came on the scene with some disruptive message. I don't know if that's how you look at it, but that was very disruptive, those messages that he gave. Hope you are seeing my screen.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, so let us unveil the updates for today, the 22nd of September, 2024, as our own dearly beloved Ash Mufareh, MIT, gave this update on the 18th of September, 2024. Biggest weakness that I don't have enough time to respond to all the beautiful messages. Remember, it is his birth month, and so a lot of people is sending him a lot of birthday wishes and love and niceness and what have you. Moving forward and how the business is going to function, but before we can do that, I really have to grow up now. I am still growing. And yes, as we know, all of us are still growing. And so as we all grow together, this business will grow and will not fail.
Absolutely. And I received lots of warm, beautiful, sincere messages, videos, things by mail. How can I thank you? All really made me smile. And I'm grateful forever. I really want to give back to as many of you as possible because we have a relationship that goes beyond business. Yes, business is a big part of our relationship, but we come to know each other at a personal level too.
And it's an honor too. I really wish I could do the same to you, but I'm going to say it here publicly. Happy birthday to you all. If your birthday passed this year, which is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, or if it is still coming, September, October, November, December, Ash Mufareh is saying happy birthday to all of all of you. I wish the very best health, love, success, denario, which is coming soon and very soon. If you like to say money, all right, well, fine. If you want to say moolah, then fine, okay, whichever one you want to say it by, and to be inspired as we are.
Oh, yes. I am inspired hearing my CEO wish me happy birthday. That is lovely. So thank you. Thank you and thank you. Thanks a million, our CEO is saying. And I can't say enough words to show how grateful I am. I am thankful for you. It's literally, you are like a part of my family. I feel the same. So now we want to go back to fill you in where we are today. Simply, we are in a better position than we were, say, for the last several months. Yeah, I say yes, Dr. D. We are.
Yeah. Today, we're at the best point as of now, and without lots of mechanics. But I don't want to speak too soon, and I don't want you to exaggerate with the following statement. As of now, we are working tirelessly around the clock to reopen the business as we were, and then communicate to you about the next phase.
And we will explain to you some of the necessary things that you should know, like what happened, like we owe you and an explanation. What brought us to this situation? But this is not our priority. Yes, our priority is to recover the business and move on to the next phase successfully without failure.
As of now, my confidence level is 3,000%. And I mean to inflate it, because I am beyond confident that we will succeed. Let me read that again. Because
yes,
I
Dr.
didn't
D.
think we catch it. As of now, my confidence level is 3,000%. And I mean to be inflated. It was done purposefully, because I am beyond confident that we will succeed.
Yes!
We are going to overcome this hurdle, and we are going to be fine. Realistically, the more time we have, the less bugs, the less issues, the less wrinkles, the less everything we will experience with you. If we are going to compromise that, so let me give your two scenarios. Two scenarios we're going to give.
Dr. D, that 3,000, that is double, triple than 100% confidence. Oh yes. My goodness.
Have mercy.
Yes. And so we can rush of the two scenarios. Our CEO is telling us we can rush in and open as of next week. So myself, I am having a live link as of Sunday evening. Last Sunday. So our really talented team did two things so far. One is for me. They created a platform that I can oversee every dot of the business in real time, in any location around the clock. not having to ask back and forth, no miscommunication or gaps between departments. Oh my goodness.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I have one executive link or facility where I'm able to track that. I'm not 100% live, but this is where we are heading. So we have been preparing that. I believe within days I should be able to do that. So
Yes.
I will be more accurate. In other words, this Sunday, that is what he's talking about, because remember he said it on Wednesday. So
Yes.
which means this Sunday, or starting this Sunday, maybe not 100%, but starting this Sunday, he will have a live link to see exactly what is happening in ONPASSIVE in all the locations, instead of asking this person and asking that person and asking the heads of department, except no, he don't need to ask anybody. He would be able to see exactly what the progress is in real time, not delay like Zoom or delay like YouTube, but in real time, you'll be able to see exactly what is happening in all the locations come today, this Sunday. So this is really good news. Yes, it is
Yes.
very good news. This is a better way to manage and control the progress. And that is what he is doing, managing and controlling the progress.
Yes. The second thing is we have another private link as of Sunday evening, which will allow us to monitor all the process in details anytime from any department, and then post that and past that, we will be more accurate. We will be more informed because we will see the actual picture live. Like API, for those who know, I will be able to access that. This
Beautiful.
is just
And
awesome.
that's so awesome. The API, as some of us in the tech field know, it's application programming interface. So it's not just seeing the website, it's not just seeing that this product is completed, but it's actually seeing, well, just like how Queen Dr. Patience point us to the actual coding that was happening in order to get ONPASSIVE or Connect up and running. You see that coding section. That is what he'll be able to see in real time. And so therefore, it will give him a better sense of exactly what is happening in real time in any location, in any department, working on anything that these departments are working on. And you know, real example, I would say, okay, well, this is not functioning, this is working, this is good, etc. He'll be able to give real feedback right away instead of COO so and so. Is this finished? Is you're still working on? No, he'll be able to see that it is finished. He'll be able to tell the persons involved that listen, this over here look like it need to tweak because it don't look like that is etc. That is etc. He'll be able to see the API and all of that, so he would be able to see everything that is happening. So let me give you the two scenario. All right. So the two scenario is going to follow what should be happening today. So all of what we just said should have started today. So from today, from Sunday, from today, about a week or so, about a week, well, you just said about a week, we can go live. So we go live after 7 days. There's potential we are not going to find things perfected, but you'll be able to log in, find your data, you're in the right place, you have your team, and all of that. I don't think anybody hear me? Not hearing me?
Yes, Dr. D. Yes,
I don't
Dr.
think we hear me.
D.
I just say,
Yes.
after today, let me say it again. From today, let me give a certain scenario one. From today, about a week from now, we can go live. If we
Yes.
go after 7 days, there's potential we are not going to find things perfected.
Correct.
But you'll be able to log in, find your
Yes.
data, see if you're in the right place, see if you have your team, and all of that.
Woo! That is so exciting, Dr. D.
Okay.
OES will be. I am in favor of that scenario. It will give you the impression, okay, so ONPASSIVE is not gone yet.
Yes. Hey.
It's not going anywhere. It's coming back. And you know, it will give you a sense of our tenacity, how aggressive we are.
Yes.
In order. Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely. You know, to fight to get it. And not only getting it because he tells us he wants to get it right. And then we'll talk about that. Certainly, pride. You know, the journey later, but not now. Absolutely.
So this is one of the scenarios. Now, give us 8 days, we'll come back with lesser problems, lesser issue, or breakage. 9 days, better. 10 days, better. You follow me?
Yes.
The more time, this is what I just had a conversation with the team. The more time they have, the more perfected it will be. Nice.
Nice, nice. I'm pushing that I can communicate with you, and hopefully from now on, we are going to come back because this is my scenario. Dr. D, let me read that again, please.
Yes.
Mr. Ash is telling us the option, the one he is pushing for. And he is telling us, he is communicating it with you, with me, with all of us, with the hope that from now on, we are going to come back and come back strong. And so I say, you know what the first step to reopen the business, like I said to you urgently, as soon as possible. Even not the whole ecosystem and all the mechanics.
If we assure them, we are not going to bug them and say it's not working, or this is not you known, or let them finish work. But I want to give you the sense of life. We are coming back. So in other words, if we go with the first scenario, don't be emailing the supportive. Oh, this not working. This not. So if we go with 7 days, and we see the ecosystem, oh, what did I do? And we see the ecosystem come back next week Sunday or next week Monday, for argument's sake. Don't be writing the tech support and saying to tech support, listen, I don't see on the team, I don't see this, I don't see that, and this not working, this. Don't do that. That is what that is saying. Don't do that.
Right. Yes.
Because he told you the scenario. He just want a sense that without God, we're not in the rubble, right? So
Yes.
just cool your foot. If that is not there, take a note of it and keep it to yourself for the time being, because they are still working on it to bring it back to its fullness. All right.
Yes.
So if we can communicate that, I can push for the first scenario. So what I'm saying, the first scenario is to come back within 7 days, which is next week, Sunday, or next week, which will be the what, 29th or the 30th.
7 days. Yes, 29.
29th or the 30th. So
29.
right up to the end of September, if he's
Correct.
pushing for the first scenario, and we reopen, we have access to the ecosystem, and you check, and you say, well, oh, 10 persons missing out of my team. Oh, this money not the right money that I'm supposed to have in my wallet. Oh, this is not. Oh, this is not. Oh, and then you have 500,000 people, emailing tech support. Don't want that. Don't do that. Do not do that.
Out.
Based on what we find on Sunday evening, which is today, based on what if we find today, because we are going to go live with our private application, then we'll have a sense of where we are. Beautiful.
Indeed. Now, this is all good news.
Very good news.
Yes, it is. We are no longer talking about, are we going to come back? No. No. That is in the past. We are no longer talking about, are we going to come back? Maybe let us take that in. We are not. We are not. We are moving forward. We are no longer talking about it's open. Maybe a few months. No, we are not. Or it is unknown. We are not. No, we are talking about days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Dr. D, you talked 7 days forward as of next week, and the days forward. And oh my goodness, we are talking about days under control. We are able to tackle all the issues, and we have different scenarios. Oh my goodness, that is just so awesome, Dr. D.
Wonderful, wonderful. So if one doesn't work as we want, we move to the second scenario, third scenario. It is going to work.
Yes.
It is going to work.
Going to work.
So remember, 3,000% confident. Absolutely. That's all you want to know. That's all we need to know. It is going to work.
Yes.
We're not laying back and chilling out and going to do nothing and throw our hands in the air like we just don't care. No, it is going to work. So all in all, we are in the best position by far for the last year, at least. Not because of where we are exactly right now, but
it's because of what we are able to recover and fix. Because what we prepared for you next. Maybe let me read that again. It is because of what we are able to recover and fix, and because of what we prepared for you next. And that is when we are gonna have a little giggly dance. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for that. But seriously, you're gonna love it. It's definitely something to be proud of. Yes, we are all proud. The comeback I mentioned that to you a few weeks ago, it's going to be historical.
What happened to us? How we sustain that and survive it, and where do we take it afterwards? Nothing less of that. I want to say a miracle. It's a remarkable work. It's not typical. I will tell you, any other company would have disappeared off the map entirely, and many had did that. So it's all good news because of where we are going, because we have a good trip, a good grip of the business as of now.
Miracle for sure, indeed. And we have the right people. We do have the right expertise and the right trustworthy individuals. That is what matters.
Yes.
Also, now, I can confirm to you, we have expanded in other locations. Oh my goodness, Dr. D.
Where's the resound? Resound.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Oh my gosh. Dr. D, may I read that one more time?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
As of now, I can confirm to you, we have expanded to other locations. Amazing! We are not going to be talking about this much in early stages as of now. Oh my God, but the excitement is already there. Sorry, Mr. Ash. But as of today, we are walking and talking about the next phase for multiple countries as of now. Oh my goodness, even more better news.
Wonderful. Other areas of the business will be kind of revised, restructured, and downsized. So lots of changes are necessary, are happening. Some happen already. We'll let you know what happened, like you know on the outcome. But overall, we're expanding, but in a much more efficient way. Previously, it was lots of noise, and we know other people were involved.
The experience was an incredibly valuable lesson in many ways. I believe we are now focused on bringing together the right people while managing expectations and restrictions. I am always delighted to be here and truly honored to share this moment with you. Oh, wow.
I have been asked to discuss my personal life. However, I believe this is not relevant. At least the first 40 years of my life, not relevant. Instead, I will speak about the last 6 years and what lies ahead moving forward. With the blessings of God Almighty and your support, this conversation becomes more meaningful. So, how did we arrive at this point? I want to bring this home for you.
I come here to provide the best possible updates. Whether the weather is good or bad, I only come when there is a purpose. I would not want to waste your time. My aim is to be direct and honest, without any false hopes or expectations. Please understand that when I am here with you, I am committed to bring truthful and genuine.
Integrity. It is
Yes.
important to me that you feel a sense of hope and reassurance. There may be unspoken challenges that we rarely address, but those do not have to define our reality. We have pure intentions and believe strongly in our ability to deliver results. I want to share as many relevant details as possible regarding your lives.
I am not here for personal gain.
Yes.
Instead, I believe we are headed towards a beautiful destination together.
Together.
Together,
Together.
Dr. D. The world will be different after our efforts, and we will not give up. No, that is not in our nature. I hope my sincerity is evident as I strive to provide you with the greatest value for your time.
Once again, we are moving towards
forward.
something wonderful together. You do not have to worry. You and I do not have to worry about creating or building it. You do not have to face the hard work alone. I hope this message is clear as we approach our goals.
My name is Ash Mufareh. I was born to make a positive impact in your life, in your future, and I can ripple to the entire world. I love you. I'm proud of you all. And we are going to make it to another top.
And so therefore, buckle up because
this is how we do it.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it.
How we do it.
Because we are
ONPASSIVE.
ONPASSIVE.
You must love that today. Wow.
Oh God. All right. That was self-explanatory. Self-explanatory. So thank you all for being patient all along, being patient and trusting our CEO. You know, the results will speak for itself. Thank you, Dr. D and Queen Kanla. Thank you for the updates. Oh my God. You see, that's why I call it the bestest. Wow. All right. Moving forward. We still have to marinate this and take it in. Moving forward, we're gonna let the Q&A team take over now because I know there's a lot that people want to say. I keep mine inside, but some people want to say it out. So there's a lot. There are questions, there are things they want to discharge, there are appreciations, especially to our guest speaker for today, and in regards to the updates we just got. All right, so to give everybody an opportunity to say something, to ask a question, to show their appreciation, we're gonna let the Q&A team take over this section of our agenda so that everything will be done orderly. So I'm gonna call on the Q&A team to take over. So over to you, Dr. Benny and your team, please. You have such a smiley face today.
I saw her a moment ago, but I don't see her again. So, oh, there you go. There you go. Hi.
Now,
Smiley face. Hey.
done. Hi. Yeah, man. All right.
The updates.
Oh, it was bombastic. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Well, I believe this is a happy Sunday to me. I don't know about you guys. You know why? Because God woke all of us up this morning and evening. Some people are in bed at the moment, right? Yes. I want to take this special moment to thank Jehovah, my Father, your Father. I don't know if it's your Father, but I know He is mine. He created all of us in His image. Thank you, Father, for everything that you have done, everything that you have given to us. We want to thank Jehovah God for sending Mr. Ash Mufareh to you and I. Mr. Ash made a statement that either I do or I die. And he says that no one can stop ONPASSIVE. No one. Except who? God. No one can stop ONPASSIVE. You know, people are jealous about our company, right? Oh yes, Brother Carter. Oh yes, they are. I brag because I love ONPASSIVE. Because I was married to ONPASSIVE for the longest time. I am in love with ONPASSIVE. Anyway, sorry. Look, I want to really welcome each and everyone. I want to thank you all for coming because there are different webinars there out there, but you guys decided to come to our extraordinary dream team. Thank you all for coming. I want to thank our welcome team, Queen Marie. Thank you so much for your love and support within ONPASSIVE. Thank you so much, Queen Marie. Queen Lerato. Oh, we love that mindset. Thank you so much. Our presenter, King Brother Jeffrey. Where are you? Oh, Jesus Christ. Brother Jeffrey, we love you. Look, this topic was for you. Brother Jeffrey, this topic was for you.
Yes.
Because you know everything about ONPASSIVE. We love you, Brother Jeffrey. Thank you so much. Our moderator, Queen Irene. I love you. I love you with all my heart, mind, and soul. My goodness, they're all the team. The team. Look, guess what? You guys know that Queen Irene always says, this is the bestest. Do you guys notice the way Queen Kanla, the way she brags? Dr. Derek, please, I want to read this topic again. Queen Kanla, you did show off too much. Anyway, thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I'm excited. You guys don't know about ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is everything to me. Oh, yes. But I want us to pray for our CEO, his entire family, the love that our CEO has for us. Let us continue to pray for him. Let us continue to pray for those who are under the weather. Please, our Queen Julie and her lovely daughter, we are praying for her daughter.
Yes.
We're praying for Ron Herbert. Everybody, those who are sick.
Yes.
But those who died, may their soul rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
Those who are sick, I need you guys to get stronger because the dollars are coming. Come on now, wake up. Oh, connect. Jesus. Hey, sorry, let me allow Queen Yvonne, please introduce yourself. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I appreciate your acceptance because I'm not going there. But you know, I love my ONPASSIVE the same way as you do. It's a different way. So my name is Yvonne Finn, and I'm residing in Canada, and I'm happy to look after the chat on Dream Team. It really is a dream to be here. Thank you, Queen Benny.
All right, thank you so much. Engineer Bridget, are you available, please? To introduce yourself. Queen Aisha, are you available, please?
She has been struggling.
Okay.
Is she, so she's
She
not
may,
there.
she may come back if she is able to reconnect, but she was on earlier on.
No problem. Anyway, Queen Kanla, I know that you wear multiple hats. Introduce yourself again, please.
Yes. Thank you, our First Lady. Oh, my gratitude when the First Lady of ONPASSIVE asked you to come and introduce. So yes, I am humbled. Thank you. I am Kanla Rahel Nge from Delaware, the first state, and I will be wearing this additional hat, supporting and our amazing Q&D team this afternoon. So thank you. Over to you.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you. And I'm so happy that you know I'm the first lady. Correct?
Yes.
Because I got married to ONPASSIVE March the 30th of 2020. Oh, yes, I got married to ONPASSIVE, and no one can stop me. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
I don't know. Thank you. Queen Julie Pierre, if you're available, you can still introduce yourself. If not, we can proceed with the question and answers, please. All right. As you all know,
She's on, but she's calling from the hospital. Maybe it is where God. She's calling from the hospital. Maybe it's just difficult for her to unmute herself. But let's not also forget to give shout out and praise and thanks to Sister Rose Otib, that is always moderating on the YouTube. Thank you, Sister Rose. We know you're in the background. She's our YouTube moderator. So thank you.
okay, I want to thank each and everyone. I believe you guys have listened. You guys listen to our mindset and to our presenter. You guys notice about what transpired, especially during the updates. Are you guys excited? If you are, could you please share your excitement? Do you have any question? You can write it on the chat if you don't want to. If you don't want to raise your hands electronically, or you can talk to me. But anyway, Brother Jeffrey is here to answer your question. If you guys are ready, please raise your hands electronically. My name is Dr. Benny Ntinglet or Dr. Benedette Ntinglet. I call myself D. Benny. Thank you all. All right, Brother Mumudu, are you available, please, to unmute yourself and ask your question, or you can share your excitement? Thank you so much for coming.
Bracket Smiley. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my beautiful family. I just want to use this opportunity to thank and appreciate. I don't have no question on passing. I just want to thank Queen Lerato for her wonderful mindset, as always. And for our brother Jeffrey, yes, I really enjoy the update, the improvement you made for us. I remember 2020 when I became a founding member. Think if I miss webinars, but everything you highlighted, I remember I was there when those special moments was happening. So thank you very much. You really refreshed my memory and others. Thank you very much. The team, thank you very much for giving us what some of us missed. Although I was there, but I know not everybody was fortunate to be present. So thank you for dating us. And I just want to appeal to we, the founding members and affiliates, to talk to our members, you know, just like the advice we give us. Let us talk to our members to make sure not to bother them with whatever they found. We just want to give us the opportunity to see what is going on, to feel that we are actively live. Some people, they think because they can't get access to their OES and something, so everything is gloomy. So he just wants to make us feel good. So please let us share the message to our members that if you detect anything, don't worry. Dedicated teams are busy working day and night, and they know what is going on. So thank you very much. Anything I have to say, and to acknowledge you all for what you've done and still doing. Bless you.
Thank you so much, our handsome brother, Brother Mamudu. We appreciate your love and support within this company.
Yes.
Thank you. You're always here, despite the fact that you have 10 jobs. But I know that as soon as we start bringing the apples, you will stop. Yes, that's fine. So you can go and take care of your family members over there.
Yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Oh dear, that's lovely.
Is there any question on the chat, Queen?
No, no, not yet, but there are lots of thank yous, starting with thank you for Sister Lerato and the mindset. We always appreciate that powerful mindset today. That's from Dr. P, I believe, and greetings. The feeling is, what does it say here? Queen, okay, that was a warm welcome from you. Somewhat powerful mindset, yes. And let me go down some more, just reading those. Absolutely, Sister Lerato, our CEO, has never once come to us with a limited and defeatist mindset. That is true. He's never done that. He's always positive. And this, then we go to Brother Jeffrey, and this is from Nancy Judy. She's saying, thank you, Brother Jeffrey. That was really helpful. Some of the dates I didn't know of or didn't remember, and that was very informative, and thank you. And Queen Canla says, wow, Brother Jeffrey, that's an outstanding presentation on our growth. Yes, that's right. Thank you so much. And then I told him, thank you, Brother Jeffrey. That was a complete walkthrough of the topic. And we all have our own special moments, which we remember to us. But one thing is for sure, ONPASSIVE itself is very special. So that's that. I don't see any questions as of now. And then everybody got very excited when the updates, just like Queen Irene, and they're saying, exciting times, we're all happy, it's an exciting time, and things like those kinds of comments. Praise God for such confirmation. This is from Rosanna Badula. And thanks for the update, team. Awesome. I do appreciate it. Thank you all so much. And then she had to leave. And we are all caught up there, Queen Benny.
Thank you.
And you said fantastic updates, Queen Kanda and King Dr. Derek. That was what you said, yeah. And we're at the end of the, in the chat there for now. No questions yet. But is Brother Jeffrey back yet, though?
Not yet. We are waiting for him while
Queen Irene.
Could you please proceed?
Yeah, Queen Irene.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Queen Yvonne. Thank you, Dr. Benny. Oh my, we have our sister moderator who has been doing a fabulous job. Her hand is raised. Oh my goodness. Please proceed. Share with us. Just come on.
Love just did not contain my excitement, so I had to say something. I believe in destiny. And yours truly just as our CEO says it all the time, God is completely involved in the business of ONPASSIVE. You know, things happen in this ONPASSIVE not just because they have to happen. There's a reason for everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, with all of that said, can you guys just look at this webinar today, the way things are happening, the mindset, and then our guest speaker, his presentation, and then the updates. Is it just a coincidence, or is it reading it differently? Like, why did we have to do this walk down memory lane today?
Yeah.
And then shortly after that, we hear the updates of what is happening. It's like we had to remind ourselves of how far we have gone and the new phase that we are entering into. Is it, look at it in a too deeply, or I just feel like this is a prophecy. This is something God is telling us, that you have to remind yourself of all what you've gone through, all the challenges, all the successes, everything that you have gone through up until this moment, and now we are getting into a new phase. A new and better phase. Look, when I was listening to those updates, I'm like, wow. Wow. Because we picked this topic before what our CEO said.
Yes.
So do you think it's just, and I don't know, I don't think that it just happened.
No.
This is God's doing.
Yes.
I just have to take this off my chest. So that's why earlier I said, well, we're gonna let people, you know, everyone express their excitement, say whatever, and I keep mine internally, but I couldn't keep it. So I have to say a little bit of it. And I mean, I can continue talking all day, but this is a good sign. This is a good sign. God is with us, and everything is moving according to plans. Despite all the challenges, despite all what our company has gone through, especially our CEO. You know, do we all know, I'm going to go to the Bible, what Joseph went through prior to becoming one of the biggest leaders in Egypt in the days?
Second only to Pharaoh.
What he went through, you know, when he said it to his brothers that, you know, when he told his dream and they were not happy with that dream. Is it not just what Ash did, telling us about ONPASSIVE? And some people are not happy about it and they're trying to drag him down and all that. But regardless, he said it. No one can stop ONPASSIVE. Only God. Only God. All right, I'm going to stop there. I don't want to be a preacher. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I'm still sitting down and marinating this and taking it in and trying to foresee where we are moving to. Thank you. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Talk. Think about it. Put everything together.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, I always say this is bombastic, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I know there's a question for Brother Jeffrey, but we're waiting for him.
He's coming. He's right at the door.
He's right at the door. Open the door.
Absolutely.
Please,
Please,
the door is open and he's in.
What?
You can ask your question. He's in.
All right, Brother Edon. What's your question, brother? Oh, sister.
I can read it if he doesn't want to. Yeah, I can read it. Is
Yes,
where I
please.
don't see Brother Jeffrey. Where is he? You said he's here. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, Queen. Okay. So it says, thank you, everyone. Thank you, King Jeffrey, especially the update team. Please, can I understand simply what is the meaning to our business of what our CEO told us? More importantly, he's saying, where does it take us to? Where does it take us to? All these updates and what he came and told us. Where does it take us to? Brother Jeffrey?
Yeah, I can answer that.
Please.
It can be a little bit of a long answer because there's some, I mean, I'll just start. How's that? Where does the updates and everything take us? Well, it gives us a picture of a snapshot in time, if you will. Now, having said that, Mr. Mufareh said a few things that maybe we can expound on, right? He indicated, that right now we're in the best position that we've been in all year. Something we should be proud of. Lesser company would have probably disappeared or dissipated by now because of all the troubles. But we're back at a point where we've got the right people and the right expertise in place so that we can carry on. And we've expanded somewhat. I mean, there's been some departments that have been downsized and shifted around, if you will, whereas we've also expanded in other locations. We're multi-continental. So, overall, we're doing well. Now, concerning getting back, where does that take us? Concerning the OES, getting that back online, he said, hey, look, the more time we have, the less issues we're going to experience once it comes back online, right? We could rush in, we could open it back up next week. He could bring it online and we could see it all, but it wouldn't run as well as if he takes a little bit more time, a few extra days, and makes it right so that when it comes on, the bells work, the whistles ring, the icons aren't broken, they're linked, they're enabled, things work better. So I personally, I think it's based on what do the reports come, what do the reports from the tech teams say? What are their recommendations for what to do? And he'll weigh that all out. So in essence, we might see the OES back online in a few days. We might see it online in 3 weeks. I mean, today he was saying there may even be an access point for him so that he can monitor not only ONPASSIVE overall, but also an access point where he can look at different departments and monitor progresses in real time. I mean, that's big because you know what? We don't want a repeat of what we just went through. We absolutely do not. Regardless of how long it takes or where we are in the moment, it's going to work. It's going to work better. He'd like to push the earlier scenarios if he can, and obviously he's the boss. He could. But what he's saying is not if he can, but if it makes sense and if it's good for the company. If not, then they're going to push it out a little bit and make it work a little better. Either way, we're on the way back. We're back on track. Okay. Now, he also came on and said, look, when I come on, I am going to be honest. I'm going to be genuine. I'm going to speak from my heart. I'm going to give you the truth. And I'm not going to feed you a line of crap that I know is never going to happen. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not built that way. So let's look at where we are now. I'm going to give you the best news I can when I can give it to you. And I'll try to outline all the scenarios. But the bottom line is I'm holding it really close to my vest. I don't want to be out here trying to give away secrets. I tried that before. It didn't work. We got beat up. I'm not doing it again. So just trust where we are. Let's get on board and have some fun. He wants to take us to a better place. Now, in specifics, when you say, I heard all the updates, where does that leave us? Right now, Mr. Mufareh, as of today, should have a couple of access points where he can monitor actively what's going on, not only in the departments, but ONPASSIVE as a whole. Our first order of business, as far as Mr. Mufareh is concerned, is getting the OES back online, up and working and running. So we've got access to our OMail, we've got access to the ONET, and access to our funding or our, the whole OES, everything in there. Make sure it's all there. Secondarily, when that goes up, it's going to be a week or two while we're clicking and pushing buttons and he's tweaking and fixing things and making sure. I mean, we've been through this before. We know when it comes up the first time, it's going to break. Something's going to bend or twist or something's going to go. And we just need to be patient. Now, once that is up and running and complete and we're rocking and rolling, he's going to have to put in, and this is where Jeffrey's opinion takes off, okay? Once that's up and running, we're going to have to do something with the payment processing because it doesn't make sense to load up all the products, and then release those to the public without being able to pull money in and disseminate money out. So once the OES is up, we've got to work on getting that payment processing in place, and it's got to be secure, absolutely secure and trustworthy. That might take us a long minute. Okay. My guess is it's going to take us a month or two. It's just, you know how Mr. Mufareh is. He likes to do things right, and he's twice bit, once bit, twice shy now. And he's like, I'm not going to take another beating like I took earlier this year. We're going to do this right, and we're going to test it, and we're going to do it right. We're going to test it. But anyway, once payment processing gets rolled into and we can check all the finances and he's starting to let the commissions roll out that are probably in there, however that works, I don't know. But once that's running, then he's going to say, okay, let's load up a product and let it shoot through the release. Check that product, see how it's running on everything, see how people are purchasing it, see what the marketing does, right? See what all the finances does, because now we've got all these things together. You've got the marketing, you got the financials, you got the automation with the AI, you got the products and the OES. All of that has got to talk together. And you know as well as I do, what happens when you get 5 people in the same room trying to say something? Something gets misunderstood. Same thing with this technology. You got to monitor it the whole way and make sure that it works. It's going to take time. Personally, I don't see us getting through this whole process for 2 or 3 months. I don't know. He might have some magic bean that he grows and we're up and running next week. I mean, I really doubt it. But you know what? It might take us a couple months to get where we think we need to be. But after we get there, then he's going to start thinking about rolling things out. So, it's anybody's guess because he really doesn't want to give us too much information. I hope that helps. Is there anything I can maybe clarify? I see, Yvonne, you got a serious look on your face.
I'm sorry, Brother Jeffrey. I mean, my face, it does tell everything, right? You know that. So I'm seeing this question. Well, let's find out if your question, your remarks answered, Mr. What is
You
it?
know what? If you're looking at that question,
The question that says, brother, here, it's from Emmanuel Okeme. And the person is saying, good evening all. Sorry for my questions. I have not been able to log in. I hope after the update that we will come back to normal. Thanks and God bless you all. Now, I don't know what to make of that, brother. So
Yeah, well, nobody's been able to log in, and you're absolutely right. Hopefully, after all these updates, we'll all be logging in. So, yeah, there's no question there.
All right, can I?
Sorry.
I'm all in the same thing.
Yeah, but that person probably is not really paying attention.
Yes,
No.
they have not been around, but that is what the update was all about. Don't start coming with the questions. Where has he been?
No. But anyways, to Brother Jeffrey, the person that Mr. What's his name? What's Edon?
Noel.
He said, "So good, thank you so much." So he's all happy with your answer there. So thank you for that.
Can I add to that though?
Oh, Dr. Derek is speaking. Sorry. Yeah, Derek is speaking.
Yeah, if I could just add to that with just a few sentences. Thank you very much, King Jeffrey. Really appreciate it. But a lot of person might be on, and that is why the question, a lot of person might be on that don't know that we are not able to have access.
I can barely understand you.
Dr. Derek, you're not very clear at all. Sorry.
All right.
It was better.
Okay, I didn't do anything as yet.
I guess you need to be closer to the mic. I'm not sure how you're operating there.
No.
It sounds like you're underwater.
Yeah, but
But he's in Florida for Orlando. He might be swimming here.
we are nearer to the underwater thing than in Florida. Anyway,
Let's try it again.
Try it again.
Mm-hmm.
Are you hearing me better, a little better now?
Yeah, we can turn up our mics, I guess.
Oh,
Yes.
all right. Let me put the mic a little closer. Hear me now?
Yes. Yeah.
People shaking their head. All right, let me do this then. All right, hear me better now?
It's troubling, but I can hear you. I don't know about anybody else. I can hear you.
Oh, mercy.
Yeah, it is. It is troubling.
Trebly.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let me see if it's over here. Need to correct. Should be hearing me now. Wonderful. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Peace, blessings, and of love. We are no person, no founder, no founding member, no unpassivians, no user, no one has any access to the ecosystem as of now. Right now, I mean, for the past 5-6 months, no one have any access to the ecosystem or to the owners.net. No access. So for right now, no one have access. Ash Mufareh should have access today to the different locations across the globe. So he will be able to see physically what is happening at Hyderabad, what is happening in Dubai, what is happening in Singapore, Egypt, wherever he has offices, including some offices or some locations that is opening up as we speak. He will have access to see physically in real time what is happening. 1, 2, today he should be able also to see using the API, so which means you'll be able to see the programming. So not just see the office, but you'll be able to see the programming of what this team is doing in regards to ONPASSIVE, or in regards to OMail, or in regards to any product, or in regards to the OES. So it doesn't have to call COO or call C whatever to say it's completed as if he'll be able to see that it is completed in real time. Moving forward, within a week or about approximately, let me use it that way, proper verbiage, approximately a week from today, he wants us as unpassivians, as founding members, to have access to the ecosystem. So we can now see if all our data is intact, all our wallet is intact, all of our team is intact, all the dots are dotted and the T's are crossed, and all of that looks good in our ecosystem individually. However, he is warning against, in this early time, is warning against calling and emailing the tech team and saying this don't work, this don't work, that don't work. I don't see all the members who I am in my team. I don't see the amount of money that I'm supposed to have in my wallet. All of that is not there. Do not call in tech team for that in the next few weeks. If Ash Mufareh goes to the first scenario of opening up the ecosystem by about the next 7 days. Okay? If that is going to take place, and people are calling the tech team and calling the support team and calling and emailing, then he's going to just draw bricks on that. They solve out everything and bring it up when it's ready. So let us be patient. One, let us understand that everything is still intact and we are moving forward. So he will give us access for the first scenario. He wants his full gang with access to the ecosystem once again, so we can look at everything. And then gradually after that, everything as King Jeffrey just said, that the wallet and the payment processor and all of those things, so that we can open business full force where we can pay money for our subscription. We can now invite people to purchase their subscription and we get paid our commission, and all of that taking place as we move forward. So that is the moving forward that we are looking forward to. Thank you.
Thank you. I really want to thank, I call him my king, right? King Jeffrey. You know, we do know that you know everything about ONPASSIVE, and you are really, you know everything. Have done and what you will continue to do, because our CEO loves you, but the most important person that loves you the most is our Heavenly Father. Thank you. I really want to thank Queen Rose. Queen Rose, I know that you are king behind it and you are watching. You're making sure that the two, whoever is playing games, you deal with them. Thank you so much, Queen Rose. We love you. We love the way you support the Dream Team. I really appreciate you, Queen Rose. I believe you're listening to me. Thank you. Again, based upon this excitement, the updates, the presentation, our mindset, I am really surprised that you guys are not even excited of what transpired last week. God. Anyway, Queen Yvonne Queen, is there anything? Queen Carla, do we have anything? Nothing.
No, nothing on the chat, no.
No, nothing.
All right. King Engineer Michael Ontambia, I want you to say something. Aren't you excited? Unmute yourself, please. Michael Ojontambia. You hear us, right?
Hello.
Okay. Proceed, Mr.
Can you hear me?
Michael Ojontambia. Thank you.
Yes, wait.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Happy Sunday.
It's a pleasure when you come here and Sunday meet the people that are here with you. I was so privileged to meet a house full of persons. Just from the United States, I took a trip with my boys. Actually, I went to Jacksonville, Florida, drove from Houston for 15 hours, drove to to Atlanta for them to see the Georgia Aquarium. That was for 6 hours I drove from Jacksonville. Then we went up no and drove 7 hours again to New Jersey. And in New Jersey, we went to New York at night. Liberty Stadium. It's just by a ferry, right? Because so I was in Virginia with Auntie Marie Pendy. She didn't ever want us to come back. It was so amazing seeing her, I've seen her before, but this one was with the kids, so it was different. Then I went down to DMV. I saw Dr. Benny in person. I was so excited that day. Then we met with my Mama Irene Ekwede and the daughter, Severine, and our brother Alfred Chair. That was also with our big brother, Julius Abangma. Then after that, when I went to New Jersey, I was with Dr. Pat and the husband, and we had our friend Nancy Judy. She came and visited us too, which was awesome. So, I mean, seeing people on the screen is different. We see people live, you hug them, It's just like all of us were like kids in the candy shop, right? I did not see Mama Kanla, but Mama Kanla will come for you next time, don't worry, right at the door. But it's so amazing. I mean, when you meet these people that we talk on this, is when I saw Dr. Benny, it's as if both of us, let's fly. I mean, like we're about to fly. It's so amazing. I just want to appreciate you. I want to appreciate our brother Jeffrey Morlock for his knowledge. He impacts us all the time with knowledge, and that is what we need in ONPASSIVE. We need to know these things, right? So when these webinars are there, let's come learn, right? Come and learn. I know a lot of stuff, but guess what? I still like to learn a lot. I like to learn because you will never have this forever, right? He just proposed to us. Remember that before people started dissecting ONPASSIVE, understanding the concept and all of that, he wrote an ebook for us. And today, if you listen to when he started talking, he told us that you don't need a pen and a paper. He will provide this to us. But Jeffrey, I'll be the first person to get that. Please send it to me if whoever wants it. If you remember, I did a product review in my webinar with Dr. Benny. Auntie Marie Penny is sitting here. Dr. Pat was always coming there all the time. But Jeffrey was the one that had the template there. The template, then I would take the template, subtract in that dissect it, have information there, then we do the presentations to people in French and English. So he's of a big help to the company. Sometimes I just the old Techpool brothers, Bob and Oliver in O-Winners. They gave me the concept of ONPASSIVE, and I understood it, and I picked it, and I was running with it. Then I go in the back of, I saw videos, Jeffrey Moll, Mike Ellis, Marty DeGamo, and Charles Awesome, and our CEO himself. I read through that and walking through, man. So this is how you learn, right? I'm not ashamed. I'll tell you, I learn every day. You see, every time I'm being in a webinar, I always have something to write and remember so that will help you to explain to people. That's how it is. So, Boyfriend, we just want to thank you and appreciate you for what you have been doing for us and what you are still doing for us. We really appreciate it. And everybody that I don't see this time, don't worry. Next time we'll see. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael. We appreciate you. We love you. I know you've done a lot within this company. Despite the fact that your brothers did too, but you went and did a hell of research and you taught them. I know it. So don't put me when it comes to that. Thank you so much, Michael. You have not only helped the brothers, you have helped wants to reopen the, and he is going to expand what? More offices? I want to see, you guys, something about this company. Do you guys know that a lot of people, this is the fact that they join ONPASSIVE, in their mindset, they just want the money, just like that. Oh no, how it operate? They just think and say, oh, well, anyway, I posted on my WhatsApp, and one lady said that I think they completed something in the 20. So one guy said no and said, so where is the money? So I make him to understand that, do you attend webinars? See, you don't attend webinars. When you don't attend webinars, you come and be asked some questions. You need to at least take a month, even if you don't have the time, try to attend webinars and to know what is going on. Don't play any games. ONPASSIVE is an IT company that deals with artificial intelligence and machine learning. It is a software development company. So it takes time. I want you guys to know that it takes time. Being patient. And it is stated that the patient dog eats the fattest bone. So just relax. You guys can try other companies while waiting for ONPASSIVE. Do you guys understand me? Thank you all. And Aisha, we were waiting for you to introduce yourself. Are you available, Queen Aisha? Queen Aisha, unmute yourself. Unmute quickly, please.
I think she's trying to unmute.
All right.
Our Queen Bridget is also now on, so maybe she.
Queen Bridget, could you
can
please
follow if Queen Aisha is having a delay?
Certainly. Queen Bridget, could you please introduce yourself?
I didn't know you called my name.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Yes,
Hello,
please.
everyone. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, please. Proceed, please.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Everyone, I want to. Oh, thank you. I want to appreciate our guest speaker for tonight. You know, I know whenever he's there with us, I always enjoy his presentation. I'm so excited to have you again with us, Brother Jeffrey. Thank you very much for what you have been doing for us. You know, leaders like you. If leaders like you not here with us, they're not passive, I'm sure, you know, even before now, some of the brand ambassadors have not been attending a webinar for a long time. You know, whenever you're here, people love to come to listen to you. I want to appreciate you once again, and also I want to appreciate Lerato for her words as always. Thank you for that mindset. Thank you, everyone for joining us, Brother Mike. When I come into Nigeria, so I had you going around yesterday. You're expecting to Nigeria, right?
Let the apple stand for me. We have a lot of work to do in Nigeria, Aisha. You'll see me all over Africa. I'll be everywhere. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Study. Thank you, everyone. Yes. Once again, my name is Aisha, and I'm start joining from Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Benny, for giving.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Queen Aisha.
Yes.
Oh, we love you, right? Yes. So we do have Queen. Thank you. Queen Bridget Angel Bridget. Unmute yourself and introduce yourself. Thank you so much, Queen Bridget. Okay. Right. If she cannot unmute herself, I'm going to hand it over to Irene. Oh, by the way, Yvonne Finn, is there anything on the chat, please?
Nothing, Benny. Nothing.
Thank you. Queen Bridget, she's gone. Thank you. Again, I'm going to over to Queen Irene. So please proceed.
Yeah. So, wow, it's been a fantastic webinar today. Thank you all. Thank you. Really, I appreciate all our speakers from the beginning of the webinar, the welcoming, the work, I'm trying to use a word to describe the memory or the presentation Brother Jeffrey gave us. It was really nice to remind us of how long we have been together and the things we have done. And then the update kind of like round everything up. So if you had doubts before, I hope your doubts are cleared now. So I want to thank everybody this afternoon. I don't think I have anything more to say. I don't know if any of the guests has anything else to say regarding our webinar today. If not, I'll pass it over to Dr. Patience.
I would just like to say a quick word, Queen Irene. It's Yvonne. I just want to agree with you about the confirmation between the two, the presentation and it was so coordinated, it's hard to believe it was not planned because it just dovetailed and brought you up to speed. Anybody who doesn't know where we are and listen to this would know exactly where we've come from and what is ahead for us. It's in simple terms, it's a seamless continuation of where we are, what Mr. Mufareh has done for us, what our part is. And it's just like the break has not happened. The break is just preparation for the next levels. As you know, we're always going to next levels and next stop. And so, as you say, as we all say, challenges will happen, especially when you're doing something as grand for humanity is. And of course, it's not wanted in all corners. We have to admit that, right? So he's facing challenges. And this is just a good confirmation that it's here to stay. As we like to say, it's not going away. So people will try. Forces will try. But with Mr. Mufareh, it's do or die. And as he says, and anyhow, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. And he's an excellent person. And he's taking us exactly where he knows that we all are agreeing to be. So thank you for letting me talk. I really appreciate it. I really do.
Thank you. Well said. Well said. I guess I don't get what to put them together the way they just did.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe in another way we can borrow Sister Lorato's words, alignment.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
The alignment of everything. The timing is just perfect. So it's
all right. So we are excited, we are motivated, we are standing strong with our CEO. Things are going just like planned, and we're gonna make it. So thank you all very much. Dr. P.
Thank you, Queen Irene. Before I call our brother Jeffrey for his closing remark, again, I want to echo all what you guys have said, from the welcoming, Tamari and team, the mindset, wow, beautiful Queen Lerato, to our special moment that our special guest told us today. He's going to give a closing remark, something we can take home with. I don't know if you have anybody that's frequent or what's the right word to use on this platform. If I tell you that the speakers and the mindset people don't coordinate at all, but every time that they've come on this platform, the mindset and the topic like gel together, like they had talked together. If this is not divine, I don't know what it is. So as we said, ONPASSIVE is divinely put together. And that's why when we go to the journey, we're not afraid, right? A pastor, especially Pastor 360, I've said it as well here, that if we don't have enemy, how can he prepare our table before our enemies? So it is all good. ONPASSIVE is going to come and help us to elevate, to uplift humanity. Remember, our CEO said that if there were multiple Mother Teresa, what would the world be? So we, at those Mother Teresa, that we will take our boots and go to the trenches, go to the field to do this uplifting. But let's keep trusting the system and let's keep praying for the system. So I'll call on our Brother Jeffrey, to give us his closing remarks today. Thank you, Brother Jeffrey, for a wonderful, special moment. Can you come in, sir, for your closing remark? Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate being here today. Sorry about the interruption. I have people here and people at the door. And long story short is ONPASSIVE's on the move. We're good to go. Pay attention to the updates. You know, I think Julie Pierre's platform has a slogan that says, "A company like no other." You know, we are like no other, and we are connected in so many ways to everything else that's happening on the earth and happening with humanity, that you're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. We're moving forward. Don't sweat the details. Love life, and enjoy as we get going. That's it. Have fun with it.
Thank you, my brother. That is the way to say it. Don't sweat the details. Have fun with it. Wow. If that is not a take-home message, I don't know what the take-home message can be. Don't sweat the details. Enjoy the journey and wait for the fruits to come. Thank you, Brother Jeffrey. I will be telling myself that all through the week. So be engaged, stay engaged, plug in. And there are so many sister platforms that work with the Dream Team and other platforms. For the sister platform, Brother Jeffrey has been calling one of them, to the Pierre Empowering Humanities on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, Brother was there last Wednesday. There she has focused on empowering us with knowledge, especially finances, all the financial teaching. Please don't miss. Tuesday and Thursday, deep dive globally changing life. On Tuesday, our First Lady, Dr. Benny, has been teaching us how to keep ourselves safe in 2024. Cybersecurity one-on-one for free. Okay, so please don't miss, join. And on Thursday, remember, health is wealth. So that platform is doing that. Monday through Friday, join the right now, a lot of us are saying, this is what I want to do. This is my dream. This is why I want to impact humanity. This is what I want to do to inspire before I expire. That is a good thing. That's why the company is a company with a difference. That is the sister platform. Don't forget Miriam, Mindset Monday. Every Monday, 7 p.m., 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Join MCN Miriam, please. If you don't know, let me tell you, she has good stuff on your mindset. Let's keep plugging. Let's work on our mindset. Let me tell you, money will not change anybody, okay? Your mindset is what is going to make you or do, make it or do, okay? Because rich people or wealthy people, but their mindset was not right, and they get broke quickly. So plug in. There's no reason. For me, ONPASSIVE is not delay. This is just a season for all of us to be ready for the windfall. Brother Jeffrey said something. Abundance is not our problem. It's the distribution. Distribution. So I'm hoping that all of us ONPASSIVians will not be the person handing out bread for people, but teaching them how to fish. So everybody can be on that red carpet with you. if you empower people, you uplift them, you'll be surprised how the community will be different. Crime rate will drop. A lot of you will not be worried about getting security people around you because you're rich, because everybody around you has their own abundance to eat. Let's go together. Let's empower. We are all in it to win it. Dr. Derek, over to you. You can stop YouTube now. I love you all. As the Sister Lerato have said, if nobody have said it, we love you. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all the gym team coordinators. I call the gym team leaders coordinators because all of us, 55 of us on this planet, are leaders. Mr. Ash Mufareh have said that all ONPASSIVE is a leader. We are all leaders, but you have some people that coordinate a platform. And I want to thank all the gym team leaders that coordinate. And I want to shout out from Sister Marie Motip. She's one of the gym team leaders, but she is very quiet in the background, typically on YouTube, making sure that all those comments that don't make sense is addressed. Sometimes there are some comments on the YouTube that we cannot share, but she handles them. Thank you, Sister Rose, for doing that. We are so all in it to win it. Thank you. What a great day today again. I'm so elated. Update. Wow. Dr. Derek and team, thank you for your patience. Thank you for taking the time, listening to the videos, and put it on slide, because some people are visual people. They can see it. We don't really take that for granted. We really appreciate you, Dr. Derek. Tell everyone we're off live, Dr. Derek, so we can play the top, because we have to play the top song. That was a gifted to God. Before I go, let's not forget, we have gained so much in ONPASSIVE. People don't understand so much. People don't understand. They're only waiting for money. In Jeremiah, talk about traveling across America. We have gained families, people. Families. If I want to travel around the world now, I'll not be worried, because I think majority of across the world, majority of the place I want to travel, I have somebody there right now. We have families. We've gained that. Thank you all. We love you. Dr. Derek, let me know when we're off YouTube. Thank you.